Meantime, the COVID-19 task force continuing to monitor conditions across the country as numbers continue to grow and health services deal with staggering levels of cases. With no vaccine in sight to date, the Deputy Chief Medical Officer gave our Lloyd Allen this update.
Time, effort, and resources, according to Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Delon Brennan, are critical components to the implementation of COVID-19 protocols to public facilities as the case numbers and fears continue to rise. Over the weekend, a number of claims surfacing of patients experiencing less than stellar service. Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Delon Brennan responds.
COVID-19 has impacted many of our healthcare delivery areas, and the maternity care is just one of them. What we do have to ask the public to be patient with is, as we implore some of these protocols, they have to understand that it does take more time, more effort, and just more staff resources to be able to put some of the protocols in place to keep everyone safe. So sometimes it may lead to slight delays in the care that is being delivered, but it does not and should not affect the quality of care that is delivered.
As for the latest dashboard, total number of hospitalized cases and deaths continue to grow. However, Brennan says the public needs to now be more guarded and ensure that self-care and safety remain in place for themselves and their families.
It is a concern that we are still seeing, a growing number of persons who are being hospitalized and those who are the illest, and unfortunately we are having some untimely deaths as well. But that's a part of what happens when you have surges in cases at the levels that we are currently having them, or that we had them during the past month or so. So, it remains a concern for us. We need to make sure that the public is aware that our protocols still remain in place.
Those protocols include regular hand washing for a minimum of 2 minutes, properly wearing of masks, clearing publicly used spaces often, and reducing overall exposure to those outside of your household. And with reduced emergency orders, Brennan says the COVID-19 task force remains concerned about a third possible wave of the COVID-19 virus and are urging businesses and organizations to look at protocols as evolving measures.
As we begin to open up and we have more persons that are moving about and, for more time during the day and going to increase numbers of places, that we will continue to see either cases that we see now, which is pretty continuous, or another rise in the number of cases. But I think we are putting our best efforts toward making sure that, businesses and schools and churches and, places that people are going to go to implement protocols that will keep people safe at the same time.
Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.